Hey everybody, welcome to another recap of Survivor Samoa. Last time Marisa was sent home because Russell willed it so. So Betty doesn't trust him. She knows there's something shady about him. She's a police officer and you don't mess with the popo. So Betsey, I think you just signed your own death warrant. Meanwhile, back at Galu, Yasmin is not liking the outdoors very much. She's walking around like she's got a stick up her butt. Russell's got some big plans for Jaison. At least he knows how to say his name right, unlike Marisa. So he thinks that he's a legitimate, good person to align with because he's playing the game and he's honest and he can trust him. Nobody can trust you though, right, Russell? Russell's got some big plans for himself. He wants to be the first one on Survivor to find the hidden immunity idol without any clues. And at first when I heard him say that, I thought to myself, this guy is totally effed. And then what happens? He finds the idol. I couldn't believe it. Holy crap. He went under this tree where he thought it would be. He looked up and there it was. He shoves the thing in his underwear and takes off. Oh my god. So yeah, it's time for the reward / immunity challenge. They're playing for fishing gear, immunity, and a twist. So 3 members of each tribe go in this pit against each other. There's 3 balls in the pit. And there's people standing up on these ledges. It's like a basketball game. The people in the pit throw the ball up to the people on the ledges and they shoot all the way across the court to try and score a point. The first tribe to score 3 points, they're going to get all the goodies. So Monica sits out. After the first round, Foa Foa scores. And it's pretty apparent that this game is serious. I mean, there is some nastiness going on down in the pit. It is physical. So Jeff warns everybody, no cheap shots. You've been warned. If you continue, you're going to be out. So after the second round, Ben is ejected. He was way too rough. He was kicking somebody. It was a cheap shot. I mean, it got physical in there, but Ben took it to the nth degree. So, yeah, Galu scores the second point. So now it's 1-1. Third round, Galu scores again. 2-1. And then on the fourth round, Galu wins. So they win all that good stuff. Plus the twist is that they get to send a spy to hang out with the other tribe until it's time for tribal council. And they get to see the tribal council, but not the voting. So who do they send? Yasmin. So, like I said, it was really rough in the pit, and Mike is 62 years old, and he took a few tough hits. So he needed to go see the medic, and they find out that his blood pressure is extremely low. And he's feeling kind of woozy, and they try and hydrate him, and it's just not working. So they end up pulling Mike from the game. So now the tribes are 10-8. Foa Foa's only got 8, but they're still going to have an elimination this week. So meanwhile, back at Galu, Shambo's trying out that new fishing gear, which Jeff said, if you can't catch fish with this, you might as well go home. Well, she didn't catch any fish, so you do the math. And she ended up breaking the snorkel. She broke off the mouthpiece part, and it's somewhere in the swamp. So back at Foa Foa, we find out that Yasmin is a pretty arrogant little bitch. She gets the clue for the idol like they do every season when they had Exile Island. So she reads that and it's like some blah blah blah, you're barking up the wrong tree. So she figured out that it's going to be in a tree. But there's about 10 million trees on where they are, so she's not going to figure it out. So Yasmin starts talking down to Foa Foa, and she's like, you guys better step it up because this is just too easy. It's like taking candy from a baby. And then she singles out Ben and says, WTF is wrong with you? You tackled me like I was a dude. I guess she was saying like I was a dude. And he basically called her ghetto trash. So these two aren't going to be getting married anytime soon. In fact, they're probably pretty much ready to kill each other. Ben's not very popular either because he spent the entire night hacking wood and trying to make a fire, and it was keeping everybody up. And you know what? When you're on Survivor, you gotta sleep when you can. And when you're keeping people up, they don't like you. But we have to admit to the Russell factor here. Yes, Ben is quite unpopular, but if Russell doesn't like you, you might as well kiss your butt goodbye. So who doesn't Russell like this week? Ooh, I know, it's Betsey. Bingo! So Russell is targeting Betsey. So at Tribal Council with Yasmin, Jeff finds out about the whole Ben-Yasmin altercation. And Ben defends himself and he's like, dude, I am who I am, deal with it. So Yasmin is excused right before the vote, and Betsey is voted out by at least 5 votes. You knew that was going to happen because Russell wanted it to happen. And right now, Russell is in charge, and he has the hidden immunity idol. So next time, Russell continues playing his mind games. Will they still pay attention to him? Shambo's on the outs with her tribe. That only matters if the other tribe is voting somebody else out. So we'll have to wait and see what happens next week. Till then, much love.